All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a good day. We got another unboxing here for Team Yankee, and finally got those new West Germans in. So, got a couple of different unboxings coming for you guys. But first, we're going to start off with the Marder to Zug, or Zug, depending on how you want to pronounce it, but Zug if you're pronouncing it correctly in German. But anyway, so it's probably at least my most anticipated release for this, outside of the Leopard, of course, having the upgraded Leopard. But this is just nice having a upgraded infantry fighting vehicle that actually, as we'll see when we take a look at the stat cards and everything, can actually punch pretty hard for what it is. So that being said, we get 5 of them in here, and it's actually 2 different variants of the Marder. So we'll see that here. Basically, there's the stock version, really, which is 35 mil or 35 millimeter cannon, and then the upgraded one, which actually rocks a 50 millimeter. That again, both punch pretty damn hard, so it's pretty cool overall. And really, if you want to, you can get creative and magnetize the guns so that you can swap out on the fly. And these can then also take an optional Milan missile, which is really good too. So we're gonna get this open and sorted for you guys, and then we'll talk about it in just a second. Alrighty, guys, got everything opened up here for you. Let's take a look at the contents. So off the bat here, of course, we get our commanders, so not much time really needs to be spent on them. If you've picked up any faction, you'll have plenty of these for your respective faction, so nothing special needs to be said about those. We'll get into the stat cards in just a moment, but we get 2 of the Spähtrupp and then 1 of the transport, so we'll cover that in just a bit here. Let's get into the main thing, which is that wonderful plastic. Again, 5 sprues here, so not overly cluttered or anything, so these are going to be pretty simple to put together. So let's get these out of the way, and we'll kind of focus on one of them here. So there you have it, basically. So pretty simple, pretty clean, as are pretty much most of the plastic kits, especially the West German stuff here. So kind of the bottom end of that here, you can definitely see the difference in gun too, 35 and 50, and then here, so we have the hull top. Hull bottom here as well. Again, pretty basic assembly here, nothing really to it. I do like that, if we can kind of get that here, that a lot of the extra armor and all the other detail here is already kind of on. Let's see if we can get, there's a nice view of that. So no extra pieces there. I'm kind of glad that's all just like one assembly here on the tracks. Extra side skirt, I shouldn't say extra side skirts here, getting ahead of myself. And let's get into some of that detail here. So you can kind of see some firing ports and stuff, or just escape ports for crew and transport. With that, you got the optional Milan on there as well. Top of the turret, the rear exit, so 2 doors there. And then the big difference here in guns. So again, that's that wonderful new 35 mil. So, and even though it's the lesser of the 2, it still punches pretty hard, as we'll see when we take a look at the stat cards, guys. And then the 50, just laying down some heavy firepower for infantry fighting vehicle guns. So that is basically everything, guys. It's not overly complicated, so, and looks good. Probably gonna pick up at least 1 more box here. I don't know if we're gonna go and spend the time to magnetize all the turrets. We're probably just going to build multiple sets of 35 and 50 mil versions, just to have it all, and not worry about swapping out. Just have plenty of everything, basically, at some point. But for now, 1 box will get us started. So, as we mentioned, 2 of the Spähtrupp. So let's take a look at that. So scout troop, basically, for those that don't speak German. Panzerlehrbrigade Nummer 9, or number 9, tank unit, Chabum armor, scout, spearhead, thermal imaging, so all kinds of goodies here. Courage 4 up, skill 3 up, morale 3 up, remount 4, assault and counterattack of 4. So your average West German stuff here, so which is to say pretty good. Hit on a 4, pretty decent side armor, again, compared to the Marder 1, if you remember, which I think is like 3, 1, and 1. So definitely a significant armor upgrade here. Now, granted, you're still not going to stop a main battle tank round. That's not the point or the intent, right? So, but it's, again, double on the front compared to the Marder 1. So they're going to have to hit you with at least something a little bit harder. And, really, you have at least a chance of saving against AT-12, right? To get up and match that. So overall, pretty happy with that too. And then the upgrade to the side is nice too for again just some of the other things out there that are uh, that otherwise would threaten like a Marder one from the sides and rear. Now that four certainly is a little bit more significant there. So the stats on the guns here, first of all, let's take a look at the speed, right? So pretty solid overall there, 14, 18, 28, and 32, and a crossing of 3 plus. The 35 mil gun, range 28, so you will get more with the 50 as well, something to point out. The cool thing with these, both versions actually, even the 50, which I was a little bit surprising for me the first time I saw it. But hey, halted rate of fire 3, moving rate of fire 3 as well. And then the 35 mil is sporting AT-11, so these things in quantity will actually throw out some pretty solid firepower, and we'll definitely deal with a lot of light things out there. Firepower 4 though, so but hey, 50-50 chance. I'll take that on something like this. It's also rocking advanced stabilizer and laser rangefinder, which is all pretty cool stuff to have on an infantry fighting vehicle or scout vehicle. The ubiquitous 7.62 MG. If you played the game at all, you know what that is, and don't really need to labor on the stats and uses for the machine gun there. But the exciting or more exciting option down here is that optional 50 mil. So it gets you some more range, taking you out to 36 inches, very respectable. Still rate of fire 3, whether you're halted or moving, which is just fantastic for this gun and what you're getting there. And it bumps the AT up to 13, which, if you go back and look at some of your potential adversaries and stuff like that, assuming like Warsaw Pact things, that gets through a lot of things, even some other like MBTs and stuff like that with their side armor. So again, older Soviet stuff, but hey, that's really actually pretty nice there. So, and still firepower 4 up, you still have the stabilizer and rangefinder too. So that's a really sneaky little thing that I imagine people will underestimate for a while until people get used to what that 50 mil can do for the Germans now. So overall, pretty cool there. On the transport side, pretty much same special rules up top, although we have some differences here. Tank attachment, passengers 2, and I think everything else was the same there. The optional Milan missile is for these, and that basically is your Milan stats. We've seen that over and over again, so again, don't need to spend extra time on those. Taking a quick peek at the back, so we can see what's going on there, and get an idea of what's going on with between the two here. So the scout troop here, 2 Marder 2s with 35 mil for 3 points. I'll take that. That's pretty decent bang for your buck there. And then if we wanted to, for 1 extra point, we could give them both 50 mils, which depending on what list you're building and all that, seems pretty decent. Special rules again. Seen all these before, but again, just a great combination to have here, especially the Chabum, right? So this lowly little transport or scout vehicle, it has front and side 16 against heat weapons. Seems pretty good. Stabilizer as well, the advanced one. So tactical speed is 14. Machine guns can't shoot, and team can't assault if it moves more than 10. So good stuff there. Laser rangefinder, of course, we know that. Spearhead as well. So nice there, and scout. So just lots and lots of goodies here for relatively small points investment per scout troop there. On the transport side, can transport attachment to 3rd Panzer Division, Marder to Panzergrenadier Zug. Again, Milan missile teams may fire mounted as a Milan missile. And then again, guided and heat here for the missile, and thermal imaging, which we have over here as well, and then passengers 2, so 2 infantry teams as passengers, just to give you guys an idea there. Now we'll spend some time in other videos here where we're going to look at the new West German book and get into some of the new formations and stuff like that we can take, and get into these as part of those in a little bit more context for you guys. But just to show you guys again what you get with the Marder 2 box set. Now I think we do get some in the West German Starter Army, which we'll actually be reviewing here probably within a day for you guys as well. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, loving the releases so far for the West Germans. So we'll have plenty more for that for you guys too. We do need to get some weasels as well at some point just to show those off for you guys. So waiting for those to be back in stock. But anyway, we'll have that soon enough for you guys. But in the meantime, let us know if you've picked up the Marder 2 already, if you've even already gotten some games in. Obviously, we need to build ours and then get some paint and everything on them as we also finish up our existing West Germans. So kind of going slow on that until the new book came out, just to see what if anything really was going to be changing as far as forces that we were going to run initially, and then also new stuff that we want to try out with the new book. So hit us up in the comments, guys. Let us know what you think of the Marder 2. Is it a hit or miss? Where do you feel like it's going to slot into your armies? If you're playing against West Germans a lot, what worries you about this, or do you think won't be such a big deal for you to face? So hit us up in the comments, guys. Love to hear from you. And thanks so much for hanging out with us again. Hit that like and subscribe as well. Helps us continue to grow, and we'll see you in the next one.